So in this series of lectures, we've been looking at processes and jobs and starting them. What I want to show you now is the commands you can use to terminate a job if you need to. And the primary command we use for that is kill. We can use the kill command in many different ways, and the kill command has lots of different signals it can send, but typically you'll be using just a handful of them. Now once again, when you press Control C or Control Z on the keyboard, you're sending signals to those jobs, and that allows me to either stop them or terminate those particular jobs. I can use the kill command to accomplish a lot of that. Now, it's interesting, you can use the kill command in a couple different ways, and there's actually many different versions of the kill command, or utility I should say, that you can use. You can actually kill processes within top or htop, for instance. So if I type top here, and I open this up, and I want to kill something in here, well, let's go start something. Let's go over to student here and we'll start up that sequence command. There we go, put in the background. Let's just make sure it is running here. I'll put a couple of them in the jobs. Okay, good, it's running. Alright, so let's go back over here to top. And actually I'm running htop here, and you can see that the CPU up on top is pegged. And I can highlight each one of these, and then I can send, if you look down here on the bottom right hand side, there's the F9. If I press F9, it brings up all the different signals I can send. Sig1 for hang up is a common one that you'll send. Sig2 for interrupt, that's the one that when we press Control C, it interrupts it. Sigterm, which is typical one that we send to terminate an application. And then if we really have something that's hanging the system and won't go away in a nice fashion, we can actually send Sig9 or Signal 9, which is basically stopping it without asking it and to shut down the process nicely, right? It just terminates it completely, and that's one we can use. Now by default, if you send a signal, if you don't do anything other than send the kill signal, what you'll be sending is a Sig15. I could go over to here. Now here's something else you need to know about kill commands. The kill command, student controls and can kill the processes that he started, but he can never control or kill processes started by some other user on the system. For instance, if I flip out here, and we have Jane out here, and I'm going to start a job by Jane. Now let's go back in here, jobs, and now we'll flip back over to our other screen. He can view the processes, so he could do a PS-AUX, and grep for Jane. We can see the processes that are there, and we can find the process number, which is 3454. If he tries to kill it with a Sig9, it's going to come back and say he cannot do that. That process is not owned by him. Now root, on the other hand, can kill any process owned by anybody. And as you see right now, if we go back over to htop, once again our CPU is pegged, and we have a couple of different sequence commands going on here. Let me just open this up a little bit more. Let me quit out of this. There we go, quit out. I'll do htop again, come back in. Okay, and we can see we have a bunch of different sequence commands. So once again, I can kill the command from within here. So press F9. I've highlighted one of them, and I'm going to send a signal 15 to that particular one. So I'll press enter, and sure enough, the one that was highlighted goes away. So you can just highlight which one you want and kill it that way. At the command line, what we can do from here is, oh, and here's the way you can do it with regular top too, by the way. I could just press K, and then I have to tell it the PID I want to kill. So in this case, I would give it the PID 3448. Press enter. It says, what signal do you want to send? This is the default, right? Terminate, which means shut down, finish what you're doing, get it over with, and shut down cleanly. Or I can send a 9 to it, which is just kill it, get rid of it. You can also do all of this at the command line without either top or htop. So let's start up a couple more sequence commands here. I'm just telling it to run from history. All right, great. And we'll flip back out there to Jane, and we'll get her to do it too. Excellent. All right, so I can gather that information. Top is where I would go to see what processes are causing the most problems. So here you go. For instance, I can see that these PIDs, 3483, 3482, they have to go. They're just killing our system. So I could just run the kill command from here. If I do nothing, and it'll just send a sig15 to it. But what I'm going to do is send a sig9 to, go back over here, 3487. We'll send it to that one. And I put the PID number in there, 3487. Press, and that kills it. Well, how about, to do it that way, I'd have to keep coming back here and looking at this, and we still have, you know, a lot of stuff going on here. So what I would prefer to do is kill all the sequence commands, and I can do that with either kill all or pkill. The only problem with kill all, it works perfectly fine, but on some Unix distributions, when you type kill all, it means kill all processes on the system. So it's probably one you want to shy away from, just in case you are on a system and that particular kill all will kill everything on there. So pkill will do that also. So I can use pkill to kill based on a username. So I can kill Jane, all of Jane's processes with just using her name. So if I press that here and we go back over here, we should see, sure enough, Jane's sequence and everything else Jane had going is gone. Come back over here, I can also use pkill just to kill by the process name. So I want to kill all instances of sequence. I can come over here and type pkill and just put the process or the name of the process that I want to kill. In this case, it's going to be sequence. And I'll press enter, come back over here, and sure enough, look at our CPU. Very happy now, back to normal. You can actually view all the different signals you can send with the kill command here. Like I said, the vast majority of the time you'll be doing a sig1, sig9, sig15, basic control commands, but there are many signals we can send to the terminal. So that's an introduction of how we can control jobs and processes with the kill command and the pkill command. And probably the pkill command is probably one you should spend some time getting used to, because it does so many different things for us. Thanks, everyone.